Hey authors of TikTok, let me show you a completely different way to look at writing books. Hey, I'm Arabella, I'm an award-winning author, and I want to take your idea of conceptualizing the writing process and fiddle it around a little bit. Don't forget to hit that plus sign and let's get into it. So I don't know if anybody else has struggled with this, but for me, when I was first learning how to write books, I always thought that that first draft had to be perfection. I would sit there and rewrite the same first chapter, the same paragraph over and over again, and I never could really get there. Now there were two humps that I overcame. First, not editing while I wrote. I had to just write the dang thing and get it over with. But I think if you miss part two, you'll really struggle, especially if you're a perfectionist like myself. And that part two is kind of relating writing a book to baking a cake. So when you do your first draft, it's really just you get all the ingredients together, which is your outline, and then you bake the cake, which is your first draft. And what trips people up is they think that first draft has to be perfect on that first round. I sure did. But the way I want you to start thinking about it is that, okay, you have your bake, you have a baked cake, then in the editing process, you begin to frost it and add all those embellishments. It's two completely different processes. You don't frost a cake when it's still the batter. And once you kind of get that in your head that okay, I mix up, bake the cake, and then I frost and decorate the cake and see those as two completely different things, then you can kind of release a lot of that pressure that you put on yourself for making that first draft so perfect, because it's never going to be. Pros can't even do that. So if you want more really cool writing tips and, writing humor and writing inspiration, hit that follow button and join Arabella's army.